Most guys think that doing more is the answer, but that couldn't be further from the truth. They think eating more when they're not at the stage of their physique to be able to utilize the extra surplus of calories, of macronutrients, especially carbohydrates, to build muscle, and they're too fat to be insulin responsive enough to be able to actually shut all those extra calories, those carbs to the muscle rather than fat. You got to realize that fat attracts fat, and if you're not at this stage, we can actually utilize the food properly. You've got no fucking reasoning to be eating extra food when you can't utilize. You got to lean down to a body fat, ideally between 12 to 15% body fat when you're insulin responsive. You got to realize that, right? Fat attracts fat. Muscle builds muscle. The more muscle visible that you have when you're lean, then the more reason there is for you to actually be able to utilize the extra food for muscle. But a lot of you guys watching this, it might be 20% body fat, and you've never understood anything about proper bodybuilding, proper macronutrient manipulation, and it shows. Just because your mates in the gym tell you, oh bro, you just got to bulk, I'm bulking for 12 months straight. You've got no reason to bulk if you're not at the stage, at the level of your condition yet, to be able to go through a bulk and actually utilize it correctly. But that's exactly why most guys show up to the gym bulking, but they have no pump. They show up flat and they got no energy by 2 o'clock. Doing more is not the answer. He's doing it effectively, he's doing it correctly, he's doing it smartly with the right programming, the right macronutrient manipulation, and the right structure and the right why and intent behind those actions that you're supposed to be fucking doing. There's no point showing up to the gym blindfolded. Like, if a lot of you boys watching this are in construction, you're not gonna show up to each site with the same floor plan, the same tools, the same sequencing of steps, the same quantity of volume. Each job requires a new tool set, new things, but a lot of you guys treat your body the same way. Once you reach a certain goal, whether you lose a little bit of fat by yourself, but you still got a little bit of fat that you think the same macros, the same food that you ate to get you here is going to get you to the next level, but the same things that someone that's going from 120 kilos to 100 is going to be completely different than someone trying to go from 80 to 100, because they're at different stages. But that's what a lot of you guys fail to fucking realize. You think just by going on ChatGPT or YouTube and seeing what your favorite influencer is eating like and training, that's going to apply to you, but they've got different recovery capacity, different skill set, form, execution, all that, different knowledge, and a totally different lifestyle load on themselves. Everyone's different. There's no cookie cutter program. There's nothing that ChatGPT will tell you that is actually going to be suitable for you. And how the fuck is ChatGPT even going to hold you the fuck accountable? It can't. But that's where a proper coach comes in. That's where a proper community of brothers holding each other to the high standard comes in. But a lot of you guys think just because your mate eats a certain way or trains a certain way, that's going to be applied to you. But everything is different. It depends on a case by case study and exactly where you are, where you want to be, and how everything can be applied to you. Love this shit. This is why I coach, is to transform other men to the highest fucking level, the highest caliber of themselves, and be able to equip them with the tools, the knowledge, the information to be self-sufficient on themselves, by themselves for the rest of their life. Because someone shouldn't need to be coached forever. Straight up. I've been self-coaching now for the last 3 months. And it was one of the best decisions I've done besides having a coach in the first place. I reached a level where I decided to go on myself, and that allowed me to learn so much more in that 3 months than my coach ever taught me, straight up. Because I had my back against the wall. And I started researching things, learning the why behind certain things. And that's exactly what I teach other men now. And if you want to have an elite transformation like all these boys up here, I'm going to put on the screen, you can either go in the description below, book in a call directly with me, and we'll come up with a specific game plan of how I can tailor the systems inside of my one-on-one coaching specific to your lifestyle. Or you can just reach out to me on Instagram and let's have a fucking talk. Everything is detailed, everything has a reason behind it, such as your rep ranges, such as if you're doing top set, back set for a certain exercise versus double progression for another exercise, whether you're going to be resting more for compound movements versus isolation movements. Everything has an intention behind it. If you're not understanding those things, you have no business showing up to the gym because you're just wasting your fucking time. Yeah, you can do it for your mindset, but how much better would your life be? How much better would your mindset be? How much better would your results be if you actually understood what you were doing, why you were doing it, and the results that you started to see unfold before your fucking eyes? Lock the fuck in and make it fucking happen. Let's run, man.